All right, joined now by Kansas State head coach Jeff Mittie, student athletes Temira Poindexter and Kennedy Taylor. Coach, if you could open with some comments on the game, please.
Well, it was a heck of a game. Heck of a game. Both teams battled, I thought, extremely hard. Both teams played well. You know, both teams shot the ball well. And it wasn't because of bad defense. I think both teams really did some good things at that end. You know, these things boil down to a couple plays and a couple things that either you make them or don't make a shot or something, and they made plays. And we made a lot of plays in this game, so I can't fault our group. I thought our group played well. Thought our group did a lot of really, really good things. Certainly proud of their effort, but when you have two really quality teams playing, someone's going to walk out with a loss, and it's going to boil down to probably 2 or 3 plays, and that's what happened today.
All right, questions? Raise your hand. We'll get a microphone right here on the right, middle.
Hey, Coach. Taylor Kaufman, KMBC 9 here in Kansas City. What would you say you learned about your team, in this game?
I liked our response better today than the last. I thought we had a good response to their runs, and there were a lot of the physicality of the game. I thought that you saw, once again, different players make plays. I thought Kennedy had a really good game down low. I thought that Temira mixed her game up better today than she has. Against this team, they put so much pressure on you that you've got to be able to make plays. It's not so much a coach's game as much as it is a game where these players have to make plays that you've practiced. And because there's an element of chaos in here that takes some of the plays out. And I thought our group played really, really well today.
Okay, we'll go over here and then we'll come back to you.
Coach, you only played with 8 players today, so kind of 2 questions with that. Was there a reason Sanchez didn't play? And also, do you feel like that contributed to maybe your team running out of steam at the end?
No, I don't think so. I mean, that was just a decision on the lineups that we had. We're playing well, so I don't think so. I thought, they're young. They're young. They can play.
Right here in the front left.
Right, Temira? Yeah, you're young.
Jeff, 26-7. You guys have had a heck of a year so far to this point. How good is it to know that you all continue to be able to play after this game, and just the sense of pride that you got among your team right now?
Well, I'm really, I've been proud of this group all year. I mean, one of the things that we've talked about is that establishing the new bubble for us is that top 16 group, and that's where we want to be every year, and we're in it right now. And, we're not concerned that we're in the tournament. It's about seeding and those things, and that's where, I want the program to be going forward. So I'm proud of this group. We've done a lot of really good things. You asked a minute ago what I learned about this group. There were some lineups on the floor that we hadn't used a lot with the small lineup, and that group played really well together, and I think they kind of found their way at times. So, I think going forward, we got a lot to play for. We got a lot here in the next couple weeks to get better. We feel like we're going to get Lee back. And we know that Lee will add, obviously. I mean, it's an obvious statement when you have a player like Lee. Having said that, I think we found more out about ourselves in the last 6 weeks, that we can be an incredibly dangerous team going forward.
And Temira and Kennedy, each of you, I'd just like to know just a feeling of going forward, knowing the season is not over, and just the array of emotions that you must be feeling right now.
Yeah, I mean, this loss, it really hurt us really bad. I mean, for me personally. I came into this team and they were just so welcoming, and just I feel like I came in and just blended in with the team really well. So I mean, it was tough to lose tonight, but like Coach Mittie says, I feel like it's gonna drive us to push us to go harder in the next thing we got up next.
Yeah, I mean, like Temira said, joining this team, I was really excited because there were some people that I already knew on this team. And I just feel like tonight's loss really hurt because, like, I feel like the seniors really wanted this. And I just feel like we played hard and we never gave up, so.
All right, middle right.
Coach, a minute ago you brought up that top 16 seed, and you guys feel like you've put yourself in position to come Selection Sunday see your name on one of those lines?
Yeah, well, anybody that watched this game probably says, that this was a heck of a game and it had to go one way. And then I think, as I've said numerous times, we're an interesting case because of missing the preseason player of the year for, I guess now, 13 games, whatever the number is. And I think this team's done enough. I think this team's shown that we're a really good basketball team. This one really hurts. Some games, if you don't play well, you don't do things, you walk out of there and it hurts, but not like this. This one hurts. This one comes down to 2 or 3 plays, and everybody's got to say, what could I have done better? And, this team gave everything they had today. We come up on the short end, but I do think we've done enough. And I think that, we'll see where it shakes out. We don't control that part of it. That part's over for us, but we'll see where it shakes out.
Okay, halfway back on the left.
Temira, you had a pretty good look there with a few seconds left to potentially take the lead, and obviously it didn't go in, but sort of what's the mindset like moving forward to make sure that shot doesn't impact you down the road?
Just to keep shooting. I mean, I don't know. It felt like a lot of pressure, like shooting that shot, but that's not gonna stop me. Like in the next couple games, like I'm not gonna think about this moment. I'm just gonna continue to shoot the ball and not, doubt myself. So.
Coach, obviously, with a shot like that, I'm sure you're happy with the look. What do you tell a player like Temira? Do you have to tell her anything after a shot like that?
Just keep shooting. Keep shooting. I mean, we've told her from day one when she stepped on here not to turn down any shots and be aggressive and get your feet set and shoot it. And I'd take that shot again. I'd take that matchup. We got what we wanted. But, those don't always go. I mean, the best shooters in the country shoot 50%, You're going to miss half of them. And we had a couple good looks in there. It wasn't just Temira's look. We had a look at the top of the key. We had a couple of good looks in there. So, the focus obviously can get too much on the end of the game. There was plenty of looks in the last 5 minutes of that game that, for the most part, I thought we executed pretty well.
Okay, back over to the right middle.
Just that first quarter, how pleased were you with that? And was there a specific plan I guess, how prepared did you feel like your team was to come out and punch West Virginia in the face like that?
Well, I felt like this. I thought when we went through our plan last night, they got some rest, and then we had our shoot-around last night. I felt pretty good about it. When we walked through things this morning, I felt good about our preparation. I felt like they understood where we needed to get the ball. I felt like they understood what to stay away from. Because against West Virginia, it's also not about what you want to do, but it's also what you want to stay away from. So when we played really well, everybody was really good in that area. So I once again, Zach, I would just say that this is a game where both teams played really, really well. And unfortunately, there's a couple plays we'd like to have differently.
And Kennedy, it at times looked easy for you down in the paint. You didn't miss a shot. I'm sure it wasn't. But what was working for you tonight?
I just feel like I was trying to get good position and make the pass easy for my teammates. And so I just did exactly what Coach Falco had told me, just stay poised and stay patient in my shot. So that's really what I was trying to do.
We're going to go to Kathleen first, and then we'll come back.
Coach Kathleen Geyer from the Next. And then Kennedy, if you have thoughts on this too, but there's been a lot of conversation this weekend about just the physicality of this league. How do you think that helps you guys moving forward and helps kind of grow up those forwards in the absence of Aoka?
Well, the tournaments get more physical and more physical, and today that was probably the difference in the game, in that they got us to about 4 or 5 feet, and there were critical rebounds. So we've got to continue to improve that. We'll get better. I thought our group battled, but as the tournament comes, it's going to be that was an NCAA tournament game, and that wasn't a first round game. That was a deep NCAA tournament game. Okay, so you need to understand that was 2 really good teams. That marks congrats to them. They got a good team. I told our group, we walked out of here last year after beating them by 3. They felt the way we do today. It's not good, but we've had some great games.
Okay, right here, and then we're going to go back to the podium. So right here first in the front.
Kennedy, I just wanted to ask you, you're from Kansas City. Just how much have you enjoyed playing in this tournament in front of a home crowd?
I mean, it's been exciting. When I first found out that this is where the tournament was going to be, I told my parents, and they were super excited. We were trying to get family to come down. And so, I mean, I had my parents, my brother, my grandparents, my uncle, a bunch of people come out to see me. So it meant a lot to kind of come back here and, play how I did in front of everybody. So.
All right, back on the podium.
Coach, what can you say about Kennedy Taylor's performance today, and also just for over the past couple weeks, especially in the absence of Ayoka Lee?
Yeah, excited about the way she's playing. Really think she's improved. Really think she's got the patience today was big in the post. We felt, we went to her in stretches where we needed baskets, and she delivered for us. So I thought she played really well today. But we've seen her play really well in this last. She's played well all year, but as the league goes, it's her first run through the Big 12. So she has played well against some of the best centers in the country.
And I want to ask about Serena Sundell as well. She's now the program leader for single-season assists. What can you say about her? Of course, we've talked a lot about her all season, but what can you say about her and her performance today, too?
She just does, as we've known, she just does everything, right? So she does everything for us. We ask a lot of her. We put her in the post. We put her, she's our primary ball handler. Defensively, she drew a tough assignment today with Quinterly, but she just does everything for us, and she just continues to deliver in the biggest moments.
All right, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.